Hey guys, welcome to Module 6. In this module, really, there's not a lot of new information for me to present to you. What you're going to spend the next two modules doing is finishing your final website. So what I expect to be done by the end of Module 6 is that you will have created basically a rough draft of your final project site. So all of the pages will be created. They'll be done in a format that follows the guidelines that I'm about to give you, and you will turn them in to me via Blackboard. In Module 7, you're going to take those same pages, you're going to refine them and finish everything up. I'm going to give you some comments back on things that I would like to see changed, and then you're going to actually upload them to an external server. So they're going to be hosted on a server, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the next module. So really for this module, if you have any questions, I'm available round the clock for the next basically month over these next two modules. So if you have questions about your site or you just cannot figure out something that you're trying to get to work, please do contact me. Here are some expectations for your final project. So you've basically spent the entire semester creating small parts. So you've done, color scheme, and then you've created the content, and then you've given me a topic, and you've created these basic pixel width pages, and then you changed in the last module, you changed those pixel width pages into percentage width pages. So now I have some very specific expectations for how you're going to combine all of this. Okay, so content wise, I expect that you're going to have 5 separate pages that make up your site. I expect that these names for these pages be appropriate, so all lowercase, no spaces, all of the ways that we've been talking about best practices for naming your pages. I expect that your navigation system will link between all of these pages. There is no need for you to reinvent the wheel here. Just use the navigation site system that we already created earlier in the course, but I expect that it will be coherent and that it will make sense. I expect that your pictures will contain alt tags. So any picture on your site needs to have an alt tag, and it needs to be appropriate and fully accessible. I expect that your content will be written by you. So no copy and paste from other places. You're not taking large blocks of text from an existing website and putting it in. I do realize the constraints of images in this class, so you are allowed to take images from other sources, and that's okay for the sake of this class. I would prefer it if you would stay away from professional photographers' images, just because there's some pretty serious copyright rules there that I don't want you to get in trouble with. So that's the content expectations. Stylistically, I expect that you will use an external style sheet to apply CSS to your HTML pages. So I expect that you're going to have one CSS document that will be referenced by all the separate HTML pages. And if you can't quite remember how to do an external CSS page, you need to look back a couple modules, and I walk through that. So I expect that you are going to use the unique color scheme that you came up with earlier in the class. I expect that you're going to implement a font family across the entire site, so you're not just going to use the default fonts, but that you're going to actually design your fonts. Remember that they need to be legible and readable. And I expect that your site is going to be designed using the 960 grid system, but instead of using pixel widths, you're going to use percentage widths. So other than that, it's kind of up to you. I don't have any expectations for how your website is going to be laid out. I just expect that you will use the grid system to do the layout. I don't have any expectations of how you're going to break up your content with headers versus subheadings and all that. I just expect that you will do it. I want you to make some design decisions and do what you think is best for your own website. If you have any questions, please do contact me. This module, I am making myself very, very available for you during this time and during the next module, so that we can make sure that you walk away with a site that you're very, very proud of, because you've learned a lot this semester. Now it's time for you to show it off. So I will see you next time.